On News, it's 3 o'clock.
Making headlines in New Jersey, breaking news in Morris County, police responding to threats made against Lincoln Park Elementary School. Plus, an armed teacher fires a weapon inside a school in Georgia, then barricades himself in a classroom. Plus, students at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School are heading home after their first day back at school after the mass shooting there 2 weeks ago. The news starts right now.
Files One News, Daytime Edition.
And good afternoon, I'm Brian Webb. Thank you for watching. Your top stories in just a moment. First, though, a check of the forecast. Meteorologist Brittany Bohr joins us with a look. Looks like a rough patch maybe heading our way. Brittany?
Brian, we're looking at sunny skies out there. Not a cloud to mention on the radar, which is a good thing. We'll be seeing clouds start to move in as we go through the later overnight hours tonight. But look at these temperatures. 61 degrees in Toms River, 59 in Newark, 54 in Sussex. A very nice mild day, but those temperatures are going to tumble as we go through the next couple of days. Here's your daily planner. We can look at the 5 o'clock hour. The commute looks good. Stick with me, and I'll time out the nor'easter coming up.
And we're following breaking news out of Morris County. Police are investigating a threat at an elementary school, Lincoln Park Elementary in Lincoln Park. Again, police are confirming the school has been threatened, but they haven't said what kind of threat it is or who might have made it. We have a crew on the way. We will bring you an update as soon as we get more information. Well, students at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High wrapped up their first day back at school after the shooting there 2 weeks ago. 17 people were killed in the attack. Another 15 were injured. And today wasn't so much about learning, but more about healing. Maggie Rulli is in Parkland, Florida.
A stream of students in Douglas, Parkland, and MSD Strong t-shirts leave Stoneman Douglas High School after their first day back.
A lot of emotions. Everybody just, we live in the moment that happened the day of, on Valentine's Day.
We hugged most of our teachers, if not all of them.
We would like to move on with our normal lives. Today was a weird, strange, emotional day.
The once mundane school day now raw with emotion.
But my school will never be the same. It will never be the same.
Hours before their return, students from nearby schools and nearly every off-duty police officer in the region gathered, adding to the growing memorial and surrounding the school and the students with their love.
Thank you all for being here. We appreciate your support.
Thank you. Thank you.
Many of the students returning to school today have been working tirelessly since the shooting. Their voices already pressuring companies to change. Dick's Sporting Goods announced this morning that it will no longer sell assault rifles and will no longer sell firearms to anyone under 21 years of age.
This isn't going to make everyone happy. Our view was if the kids can be brave enough to organize like this, we can be brave enough to take these out of here.
And Governor Rick Scott's vowing to tighten school security.
We have to get something done. There's no alternatives.
His plans include an increased police presence at all public schools, along with metal detectors, bulletproof glass, steel doors, and upgraded locks. The students who choose to come back to school will be here through the end of the week on a modified schedule, but the principal's reminding everyone that the top priorities are emotional readiness and comfort, not curriculum, even telling the students there's no need to bring a backpack. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, Parkland, Florida.
In Georgia, reports of an armed teacher under arrest after shots were fired inside a high school. Happened earlier today at Dalton High in the town of Dalton, 90 miles north of Atlanta. Authorities say social studies teacher Jesse Randall Davidson may have fired a weapon and then barricaded himself inside a classroom for 30 minutes before finally surrendering to police. Nobody was seriously hurt, and there is no word why it happened. And now putting a face and name to the threats of gun violence in our area. A teenager accused of threatening to shoot up a high school in Nutley went before a judge today. Authorities say 18-year-old Joseph Raffanello is charged with third-degree false public alarm. The former Nutley High student posted a video on Instagram that included photos of him with guns and pictures of school buildings, and it was set to a song about bullets and guns. Prosecutors insist they will be handling these threats not as juvenile pranks, but as crimes punishable as adults. Well, the threat of gun violence comes to a school in Franklin Township. A 17-year-old student at Franklin High was arrested for carrying a loaded 9mm semi-automatic handgun in his backpack last week. He had apparently also threatened to shoot up the school online. No word why he did it. The student was taken into custody without incident, but plenty of people are still worried about what's going on.
It was like threats like your school is next and stuff like that. I was really scared, really kind of shocked and nervous because I wasn't expecting anything like that to happen.
Well, the student is facing multiple charges, including unlawful possession of a weapon. He is being held at the Middlesex County Juvenile Detention Center. Bloomfield School District is apologizing to parents for failing to immediately inform them of a threat made against the school. The district waited 2 days to inform parents of a threatening social media post. It is right here. It shows a Bloomfield High School student holding a gun while referencing the shooting in Parkland, Florida. The school board president said, quote, "We are aware of the confusion that the delivery of this information caused, and we, as a school board and administration, will work to improve on that." Officials say in the future they will use a new website on school safety to notify parents of any potential threats. Well, it's understandable tensions are running high over gun violence across the country, including here in New Jersey. And now state lawmakers are looking to make what are considered tough gun laws even tougher. From Trenton, here's FiOS 1's Charles Watson.
Gun reform is a term that has been repeated time and again, most recently since 17 people were gunned down and killed when a school shooter unloaded a hail of bullets at a high school in Florida earlier this month. Lawmakers and advocates have called for everything from banning assault rifles like the one used in the Florida massacre to President Trump suggesting some teachers carry guns.
You won't have these shootings because these people are cowards. They're not going to walk into a school if 20% of the teachers have guns.
Here in New Jersey, gun laws are some of the toughest in the entire nation, but state lawmakers are looking to possibly make them even stronger. Today, the New Jersey Assembly Judiciary Committee holds a special hearing on gun safety to consider a 7-bill gun safety package that includes bills to encourage personalized handguns, keep guns away from persons who pose threats, and enhance background checks, among others. The special hearing coming at a time when parents are increasingly concerned about gun violence making its way into their children's schools.
She's told me, Mama, don't worry. Don't worry, Mama. But, yeah. She's worried about me and I'm worried about her.
I can even explain how happy I am that I have her back. Basically, that's how I feel.
Since the Florida shooting, the state has seen at least 5 schools shut down or go into lockdown after threats were made or weapons were brought to school, including Dumont High School, where a student was arrested for making threats against the school. Police later retrieved a rifle from that student's home. And since that Florida mass shooting, Governor Murphy has also called for gun reform. In fact, Murphy and the governors of New York, Connecticut, and Rhode Island have agreed to share information in a new multi-state database to stop the flow of out-of-state firearms. In Trenton, Charles Watson, FiOS 1 News.
Well, the school shooting in Florida and string of threats to schools in our area have officials rethinking just about everything these days, including in Bergen County. Ridgewood High School is urging students not to participate in the annual Nerf gun competition. The tournament, called Dart Wars, has been played for decades by students. The school officials say that considering what's been going on recently, the game is simply not appropriate anymore. But we caught up to some students who seem to disagree.
I understand their hesitation, but it's pretty visible that it's a toy gun and that kids are just playing a game.
It's not really advocating for any gun violence against people. It's just Nerf.
Dart Wars is still slated to begin the first week of March, according to the event's website. A fast-moving morning fire takes the life of an elderly man in Edison. Coming up, how other family members managed to escape. That's next.